What's up, YouTube? It's Mike Shinnery. Today is Sunday, May 18th, 2019. I just wanted to give you guys a little short video, something that came to my mind today while I was talking to one of my clients. So you guys know that I like to talk about life in America, becoming a man in Western civilization, um, and kind of what it takes to be a man. You know what I'm saying? A man's man. Okay. Just because you're born with the parts don't mean that when you turn 18 you're automatically considered a man. All right. So I like to attack life from three areas that I hold important, that I believe every man should hold important. Is his energy, which is like his spirit, his soul, what he cares about. um, his health, okay, because without our health, without good health, we can't be what we want to be, we can't do what we want to do. And a man's wealth, okay, not necessarily just his money, but his ability to use his time he wants to do in life. All right. Oh, hold on, let me change this a little bit. I don't like that door being there. All right. So yeah, man has to be in control of his health, his wealth, and his energy. All right. So today's topic, I wanted to talk about, are guys looking for opportunities in life, or are they looking for excuses? All right. So every day we wake up and we have to make decisions on what we're going to do today, um, where we're going to go, who we're going to see, who we're going to meet up with, um, all the different, what we do with our time. Okay. And every time I get on a chat or something like that, I see guys make all kinds of excuses um, about why they're not achieving, or they're not getting what they want out of life. Right. And most of the time, all these guys are constantly doing this, pointing their finger at somebody else or something else. It's somebody else's fault and all that. Right? They never want to take accountability, take responsibility for their own life. It's easier for them to just point the blame to someone else. All right. So I want to ask the question to you guys out there: are you looking for opportunities, or are you looking for excuses on a daily basis? All right. You go to work and your boss tells you to do something. Do you take the opportunity to learn how to do that thing to the best of your ability? Or do you half-ass it or skip it and come up with some excuse of why it's not going to get done? Okay, when I was a kid, I was full of excuses. If there was something I didn't want to do, I came up with some reason not to do it. All right, that was me being a kid. All right, and as I grew up into adulthood, I found out that the things that we have to do are actually opportunities to get us to the next level at whatever it is that we're doing. Right. Um, for instance, today, the kids in my neighborhood are graduating from high school. All right. And I was talking to one of my clients, and I was explaining to him that now that he's 18, right, uh, he's not going to have the excuse of, oh, well, my mom didn't wake me up. If he don't go to work, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to have to take the responsibility for that, right? Um, there's no more the teacher didn't give me the assignment, or the teacher doesn't like me. Uh, you know, a lot of the excuses that he had as a kid went out the window today. School's done for this kid. He's an adult now, right? And so we were just talking, and I was telling him, you gotta find, I don't want to say find your confidence. You gotta go into the world being confident that you can accomplish those things that you want to accomplish. All right. From when he was a baby to 18 years old, he accomplished more goals than most of us can think. All of us did, right? But we forget that, right? But when we were a kid, we learned to walk, then we learned to talk. We learned how to build things and play with things and do things, turn the TV on, use the remote control, make your bed, get dressed yourself, wipe your own butt. You know what I'm saying? All those are little goals, all the things that we wanted to learn, and we learned how to do them, right? We didn't have an excuse of why we weren't going to wipe our butt. We didn't have an excuse of why we weren't going to learn to walk. Okay? When we were scared to ride the bike the first time, yeah, it was scary, right? But, you know, whoever it was, big brother, big sister, mom, dad, whatever, you got on that bike and they told you pedal and they helped you out a little bit, and you learned to ride the bike. And your confidence, the more and more that you rode that bike, you got more confident, right? Then all of a sudden, you're doing wheelies up and down the street, jumping off ramps and stuff like that, all right? When you get older, you become a teenager. You learn to drive. Okay, first time you get in that car, you know, you got your hands on 10 and 2, right? You know what I'm saying? You keep your hands locked down there. You're looking at your mirrors, checking all your mirrors. You get your seatbelt and everything, right? You're scared to drive. But now, you get on the freeway and see how people are driving. They're yakking back. You know what I'm saying? They're chilling. They play the radio. Girls doing their makeup and whatnot. You know, because they're confident, right? But where does our confidence come from? It comes from trying things. All right. If you don't try, you'll never know if you can do it. All right. Now that we're adults, this high school kid, okay, if he wants something in the world, he's got to try for it. Okay. He's going to be going to college, right, to learn something, learn a skill to get him to where he wants to be. If he wants to be an engineer, if he wants to be a technician, if he wants to be a teacher or a doctor, a dentist, whatever, physical therapist, whatever it is he wants, he's got to go out there. He's got to try to learn those skills. If he doesn't try, he won't learn it. He'll never achieve what it is that he's wanting to learn. Right? Okay. So in my mind, I'm not sure quite how to say it, but it's the confidence. You got to have the confidence to go out into this world as a man and get the things you want. Plain and simple. Right? If you don't have the confidence to even try, you're not going to get what you want. And the world is out there for the taking, man. Everybody that has done something that you see and you like, they did that because they tried. They had the confidence to at least put a little bit of effort into this thing, and then they achieved it. All right? And all you got to do is try. Okay? One of the ways to build your confidence, and again, this is all my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I'm not some magic, you know, God being up there playing puppet over everybody. I don't know for sure that it's a fact, but I know it worked for me. Everything that I ever tried, I pretty much achieved because I tried. I had the confidence in myself that I could do it because I remembered all the achievements that I've reached in my life, starting from when I was a baby and I wanted to walk. I don't remember learning to walk, but I know right now that I learned how to walk. But I do remember all the things I did as a kid: the biking, surfing, rollerblades, skateboards, sports, tests in school, graduating high school, taking college classes, joining the military, basic training, you know, applying for jobs, doing interviews. I tried all of that. Applied for jobs. I got the jobs. I tried to sell something over the phone. I sold it. I tried to solve a problem for somebody in retail. Got that. You know what I'm saying? So if you try, that's how you're going to find out whether you can or you cannot. Okay. I want to remind you guys, in order to find your confidence, one of the first things you got to do is you got to get rid of all your excuses. You know what I'm saying? Some people wake up looking for excuses. I don't want to fail. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to get up early and go to the gym and work out. That's an excuse to not get that man body that you want. Because you don't want to get up early. You want something, but you don't want to do what it takes to get it. So of course you're not going to be confident in yourself if you constantly have an excuse of why you're not doing it. Get rid of all the excuses that you have. All right? Oh, I hate reading. So you don't want to read and learn something that might help you? All right? See, Ant said, how does one overcome that mindset? That's a good question. If you're in your mind, you constantly have excuses, you have to come up with different ways to find out what you want in life. Write down your goals. Write down the steps it's going to take to get to those goals. Okay, work it backwards. Start at your end goal. Okay, and what all needs to be done for you to reach that end goal. Write down those steps. Okay, and then what does it take to get to each step? Okay, write down those steps. Okay, and then you start working it from there. If you want to learn how to swim, okay, some people get thrown in the water and somebody tells you paddle your arms and wiggle your arms and don't breathe the water. Right? You go to a swim class and they step you into learning how to swim. First, you got to get in the water. You can't be scared of the water. So you get in. Okay? You just reach a little goal. All right? Now you got to be willing to put your face in the water. A lot of people are scared to go under the water. My daughter was scared like that. And we built her up to where she was willing to put her face in the water without us pushing her or anything. Okay? Then we made her hold her breath for a certain amount of time and we tested her and we made a game out of it. All right? So your mindset comes from breaking down what you want to achieve into small steps and then just doing those small steps. Okay? Instead of just jumping in the deep end of the pool and hoping you make it back to the wall, go get in the shallow end, get in the water, okay, and get the feel for the water. Learn how to hold your breath. Learn how to move your arms. You don't swim like this. We ain't ducks. We don't have webbed fingers, right? So we got to close our hands, right? And that's what, when you move your arms and you have your hand in the shape of a cup, you're going to push more water than if you were doing this, right? So small steps. Learn those small steps, okay? And as you do that, you're going to accomplish more and more goals and get to the steps you want to reach that goal. All right? But you have to start small if you have a big goal at the end. Okay? If your goal is up here, you got to take that first step. Okay? This is what I tell my boys. Right? If you want to get somewhere, you got to take the first step. You got to drive that first mile. You want to get to California. You want to go up to Phoenix. Go do a basketball camp. Right? We got to save the money, pay for the camp, and then get to Phoenix. Okay? That's just a small example, or a small quick example of how to get to the end goal, the big goal at the end. All right? But you have to get rid of the excuses. You get rid of the excuses by doing those little things, those small steps, knowing that you can do them. All right? Everything starts with a small step. The try. If you never try, you'll never know if you could do it or not. And I don't believe, like my kids, I don't allow them to say can't. All right? I don't believe in can't. There's two words I don't like is hate and can't. Okay? Because if you say that I can't, that means you are professing that you cannot. You are saying I cannot do something. That's the same as saying that you're not willing to try. I will not. When you say I can't, it's more of you saying I will not do this. Because you don't know if you, oh, I can't swim. What do you mean you can't swim? Of course you can swim. But will you try? Okay, that's the difference. Okay, that's why I don't like the word can't. Okay, so I just want to get that out there today. A quick little message, you know what I'm saying? Like, control that energy instead of saying, coming up with an excuse in the morning or every day of why you're not doing something or why you can't do something. All right, break that something down into little steps and goals. All right, and start with a small goal. Start small and work your way up to what it is you're trying to get to. Because you already know everything that you want to do, somebody else has already achieved that. All right? So they're just another human. Okay, you want to climb a mountain or get to the top of one of those big mountains, whatever, what, Mount St. Helens and Mount Fuji and stuff like that. There's no can't. You shouldn't have no excuse. Try. Take a small step. Start hiking. Get used to walking for a long while on flat ground. You know what I'm saying? Then go find some hills or something. Walk some hills. And sure enough, sooner or later, you'll find higher and higher elevations that you can walk and figure out that you can actually climb those mountains. But all you have to do is try. Start small and build up. Your confidence will grow with that. And as a man, you should be the most confident being you know. Because there have been billions of men that came before you, and there will be billions more later on. And are you going to leave a legacy of a man who could, or a man who didn't try? A man who wouldn't. Okay? There's no could not. There's no cannot. Okay, we all can. Whatever it is you're trying to do, especially if somebody's already done it. Supposedly, we've had people that walked on the moon. So everybody out there that's listening to this, you can walk on the moon. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and end on that note. I just want to, just something that came to mind while I was doing my last haircut. Um, do me a favor and look down and hit the like and subscribe. Oh, what's up, Mark? Let me see what's it. Rhodes Mossy thought he might not complete his first book as he didn't think he had enough to say. He's now writing his fourth book. Exactly, Mark. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't try, you'll never know if you could or could not. But if you start small, all you got to do, if you want to write a book, write the first page, write down some notes, get your thoughts together. If you can write down notes, then you can write down sentences. If you can write sentences, you can write paragraphs. You put enough paragraphs together, you got a whole chapter or an essay. All right, you get enough essays together, now you got a book. If you're writing about a topic, if you want to write a story, same thing. Okay, we can all do whatever it is that we want to do, especially if you've seen someone else do it already. Okay, the blueprint is written for us. All you have to do is follow the blueprint. That's right. That's a great quote from Henry Ford. Thanks, Mark. He said, whether you can or you cannot, you are correct. You are right. It's all up to you. It's all how you think in your mind. Okay? And men are not supposed to tell themselves that they cannot do anything. Okay, I'm going to tell this real quick little thing I read about yesterday. And then, or I heard about, I didn't read about it. I was watching, I think it was on Donovan's channel. He told the story about a news article he read. And a man went into a hospital with a stomach ache, and the doctors couldn't figure out what was going on. And I don't know exactly what happened, but um, I think the person was trying to sue the hospital or something, because in their report, the way they wrote their report or something, um, they wrote that in reality he was pregnant. Okay, so with all the ridiculousness that we got going on in the world now, because there's no genders, right? That stupid whole thing that's going on. There is no man or woman anymore, right? Supposedly, I guess. Um, a man went into the hospital, a self-proclaimed man. ID said man, paperwork said man, face said man, walk said man, right? Doctor checks him out like a man. If I go into the hospital and I got a stomach ache, the doctor's not gonna pull down my pants and grab my testes to see what's wrong with my stomach, right? So the doctor had no idea to check this man to make sure it was a man. Well, come to find out, in their notes they wrote, in reality he was pregnant. So men can now become pregnant. All right, that's something to think about. I mean, look, hey, the transgender, the non-gender binary people, whatever they call it, I don't know. Okay, they've now made it so men can become pregnant. All you got to do is say that you're a man and go get pregnant, and you can be a pregnant man. I can't anymore with these people. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it on that note. I just want to say, hey, Mark, thanks for coming through, and thanks for asking the question, bud. All right, hey, hashtag do better. That's right. But yeah, fellas, go out there, control your health, control your wealth, control your energy. All right, that's one of the main things as a man that you can do, and the rest of your life will fall in place. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Um, you guys take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, aloha.